yeah, I want to move from operational stuff to like products, no? And I was
Yeah.
very impressed about how you guys are getting into many types of products and services. So with this Gen AI trend, what are your expectations of the kinds of parang products that will eventually
Mm.
come in? Or maybe a better way of phrasing it, kasi ang dami ng mga aspiring AI developers. What are some I mean, what are the definitive parang design patterns or product patterns that you think will be very popular? In short of saying, parang dati LAMP was the definitive ano, 'di ba? Web stack ngayon it's I don't know, MERN or whatever ano bang uso ngayon. So that's for web dev. Pero what about AI,
Mm.
no? What are you seeing, no, from your standpoint? Where's all of the activity gonna cluster around?
Ano, actually, I'm assuming ba a lot of maybe watching your videos right now, they were assuming na my answers will go to like, oh, they will have this stack na mayroon na silang vector database. They will have
Mm.
the stack that they will have the parang kuha sila ng model somewhere. They're gonna deploy it to na. But to be honest with you, I think at least for those starting out lang ha, like they just want to have some form of MVP, it's just gonna be an API.
Yes.
Like it's just gonna be an API. Either they're gonna use from Vertex AI, or they're gonna use from OpenAI. It's just gonna be an API, and then probably their backend is gonna look like coming from calling workflow in AirOps or in even in Zapier or N8N. So N8N is also like a parang flow. So and then you can open it up like a parang REST API that they call on their front end. I think it's gonna look something like that. Parang it's more like the back end becomes a lot of it more parang workflowy.
Mhm.
If we're talking about AI stuff na parang generative AI per se ha. So I think it's gonna look like that for most AI engineers that will start it because they will in a matter of time. I think even if they start right now, they will see the benefit of doing those at the early stages of AI stuff development.
Mm.
So we also did a product last year, and I know that even last year is very controversial kasi a lot of people are so posting na prompt lang naman yan, using you're not really using AI, you're just using API from that. And we're kind of fine with it because that's fine because we're just leveraging on the giants, right? We're just trying to figure out if this stuff is even gonna sell out, right? So
Mhm.
we did a very simple use case one that was like lesson planner.ph. Very, very simple. Yung initial lang idea is to help teachers generate their lesson plans. So as you can see that you can already go to ChatGPT for that and make a POC out of it in an instant, right? So then it kind of evolved when we saw it. Oh my gosh, people are using it. Okay, sige. So we have like 100 users, 150 users, naging 1,000 users. Like, oh wow, so it kind of evolving, and then we kind of evolve it to a much mature talaga that we added more things that are making it more accurate, adding more caching to save on cost. So that's one thing pala, caching on saving cost, and a lot of other stuff. So now when people are looking at sa lesson planner, it's still gonna look like a parang generator lang of sort, pero
Mm.
under the hood there's a lot already of change that has happened, that it became more mature in terms of the under the hood. But it all just started by just using OpenAI. Talaga, it's just using OpenAI API. And then now it reached to a point where we have 200,000 users, and then around 1 million plus lesson plans generated already. And it's already a very sustainable business for us. And it all started a very simple concept. So I would say something like that can also be a parang mantra moving forward by other AI devs na they will use as many parang existing tools as possible just to get their point across there. And if it works, then that's the time that we're gonna put all of this mga, all the other advanced stuff that they can build around it. But I would say the POC building now for generative AI in a space is really parang quite fast na talaga eh. There's a lot of tools already out there that's giving you all these mga quote unquote powers initially. So yeah. So now on that note na lang siguro, I would say na the challenge now will be, again, always talaga ako babalik dito. The challenge now will be the use case.
Mhm.
Kasi a lot of them also are building things that
No
doesn't
one
really
wants to use.
require. Wala naman necessarily AI dito eh. So
Oo.
that's one. And another one is, this is cool pero no one is really using it.
Mm.
Right? So I think this will now be more of a challenge of not necessarily the building aspect, but the use case aspect. So I
Design,
think that would
like
be
what?
the
Product design.
correct.
In that since you brought it up, has Gen AI made that parang product development, product design process easier or harder? Kasi pros and cons eh. And then I have a follow-up question to that, pero on a
Correct.
different front, no? Pero in your case, at least in your experience.
I would say it made it a bit easier, at least on the very beginning. I mean, dati we're all already doing those kinds of stuff, especially for those having a very lean mindset on doing things, right? You have already those tools, mga pre-sikat na pre-mainstream Gen AI pa lang na mga era. There's already a lot of those stuff. Right now lang, I would say that it has become more accessible and apparent to people kasi they can already parang easily use it pa. Dati, they can easily use it, pero I think they don't know about it. Pero when OpenAI, ChatGPT, Rose, parang mind blown sila lahat na like, oh, that's actually existing already for a few years back. Maybe that's the beauty of ChatGPT, because by using that kind of interface, meron sila. So I would say on product development side, it has made a lot of some of the things easier to do and to prototype. So we have a project right now na supposedly we took on that similar project few years back. We use some form of AutoML from Firebase. And it works. It was also faster back then, but now it's parang like faster as in one API call. So I would say it's still fast. The cost though is a different thing. But most of the time, if they're just doing their MVP and they're trying things out, they're okay with having parang to shoulder the cost at the beginning. So I would say it's still okay on our end.